Okay, so I'm going to do something a little different. I did mention before about fasting, and yes, that's important. You can do different kinds of fasting. You don't have to cut everything out all at once. It takes a long time to starve, so you don't have to worry about that. The whole, oh, if somebody's not eating, they're starving themselves. Well, it will take a lot, unless it is a medical condition where you believe that you are big when you are not. You're actually a healthy weight, and you go so far as to have no fat on your body at all. That's a whole other thing. No body shaming here, just stating that we all have our balances that we need to focus on. Anyways, get back to it. So, yeah, I'm going to read some of this from here. It's just, like I said, my reference book, I collected a lot of stuff. Black pepper. Believe it or not, just black pepper itself. It's good for your cholesterol. I guess there's good and bad cholesterol. Prevents the accumulation of fat, like the storage-wise. Thermogenic. Increases the absorption of other nutrients. So whatever you're taking in, right? Selenium, curcumin, beta-carotene, vitamin B, all your other vitamins. It's good for your intestinal and colon health. It helps the absorption of different plant compounds. This is black pepper, guys. Good source of magnesium, or manganese, sorry. Good for bone health, wound healing, and metabolism. Vitamin K. High in antioxidants, anti-inflammatory. Actually, turmeric's really good for that too. There's a lot of herbs and spices that are good for anti-inflammatory instead of taking certain things. Beneficial for brain function. Helps control blood sugar. Black pepper. Just black pepper. Okay? You can have it in tea too. A little bit in tea. Not too much. Gives me the hiccups. But yeah, you can put it in tea too. And it does have certain cancer fighting properties, but I can't claim certain things. I'm just reading off a piece of paper. Banana leaf. Serving tip to the left. And obliteration to the right. These are, I think, rituals that people use banana leaves for. Eating it's healthy, I guess, packed with polyphenols, antioxidants, helps prevent disease, can help with Parkinson's, I guess, for treatment. I didn't know that. I'm not sure if that's 100%. Don't quote me. These are just things I researched and wrote down. It's good topical. Banana leaves have antibacterial and antioxidant properties. Good for creams, lotions for skin. It can slow aging, or help anyways, or with the wrinkles and lines. Steam is really good for that too. That's something I'm working on for my own face and everything, with hot water and steam. House plants energize and help purify the air. So I believe you can. I'm not sure if you can have like a banana plant in the house if you're a gardener or something. You know something about that. I'm a green thumb, but I don't know too much about certain plants and that, and namings of that. Anyways, the meaning of it, banana leaf, generosity, abundance, freedom, fertility, prosperity, happiness, wealth, dream, love, passion, pleasure, and affection. It's really neat. The whole idea Don't worry yourself sick. Shift your actual thought process to manifest good. So, you know how they say, oh, think skinny or think muscular and all that stuff. The thought process has to start first. You have to manifest it in the non 3D. So it has to be a thought first before it just becomes a reality. Working at something almost like a magnet. When you're chasing after something, you have the lack mentality. It's the lack mentality itself, the fact that you don't have that, instead of thinking that you already do have it. And hey, look, actually I've done better today. Hey, look, I've actually, focusing on what you have and how good things are, instead of focusing on what you're lacking and how terrible things may be, or what you don't have, whatever you put out. I know myself, whatever I put out, I get back as well. So there's some things that have developed lately in my life that I really got to take a look at. For liver, this is when I was going through the detox, when I quit drinking. Milk thistle is really good, helpful. Make sure you read the backs of the labels and what can go with what, because certain vitamins and stuff like that on the bottle say don't take it with anything else, right? So when you're doing your vitamins and minerals and all that other stuff, just make sure you're not mixing too many together, and let your body, if you're going through quitting stuff, let your body actually adjust. Unlike me, who try to do everything all at once, bad idea. Don't do that. But I didn't have a coach or nothing like that. I just took it on myself. Apple cider vinegar, obviously electrolytes. I found out during my healing process that I was drinking too much water. Water toxicity is a thing where you're not drinking anything else, like almond milk or juice or anything like that, and you're just drinking water. It can actually do the opposite. So there's no balance there, and I was having an issue amongst other health things that I had to heal on my own, and I did it naturally. So yeah, electrolytes really good, and you can make your own juice. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy the bottles, but it's convenient. Ginger, chamomile, eucalyptus, thyme. So the stuff that you normally would cook with, even rosemary and stuff like that, you can make teas out of them. Lemon balm, oregano, anise, peppermint. It's really good for your digestive, and if you got an upset stomach. Tea tree. Not 100% sure if you ingest tea tree. I don't know. I have that on there. Turmeric again, rosemary, cinnamon. Cinnamon's good for the circulation and among other things too. Chrysanthemum, clove, olive oil, again, very good for you. Aloe vera, witch hazel, lavender, hyssop. So yeah, you can make teas or oils or creams or balms or tinctures or poultices. We don't produce our own vitamin C, believe it or not. I don't think. We are not like most animals. We have to consume it. As far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have to take it in, and the amount we get isn't nearly enough the amount we need. So don't quote me on that, but definitely honey replaced the sugar, because sugar's in everything. So I spoke about salt, but sugar. I went from processed white sugar to cane sugar, brown sugar, to honey. And there's different kinds of honey. I don't think you want to get the corn syrup based honey. I would definitely go with there's so many places around you. Hopefully support your local beekeepers. They're selling the honeys too, and it's worth it to buy the real stuff instead of the just make sure when you're buying it, it's the good stuff. It's the real stuff. And I had the wildflower honey, all natural. It was really good. Creamed is good too. And lemon. Can't stress that a lot. Lemon and lime is good for you. So the things that you choose to consume is pretty much a direct reflection of our self-respect for our bodies, our temple. And yeah, be healthy, not perfect. I know when I lost a bunch of weight and I was going to the doctors for medical things, I mentioned how much I lost. And when I mentioned it, it wasn't to brag, it was to state like, oh my God, like I lost, is this normal? Like I was concerned because I've never been able to feel like the bottom of the tub on my shoulder blades or my ass bones. and my spine when I sat. I could feel my spine on the back of the chair, and it was concerning to me. But when I told people in the hospital or the people at my doctor's office, I was like, yeah, I've lost like at least so and so amount of weight, and they're like, oh wow, that's really good. And I'm just thinking to my head, what? I'm like, I rapidly lost weight. And one lady was like, oh, good for you. And I was like, what? No, you're not understanding. I'm trying to tell you I'm concerned for my well-being. I wasn't trying to brag about it, but the sugar, definitely. Sugar. Definitely cut out the sugar. Okay, and then I was going for this liver. Nettle leaf, dandelion, turmeric, ginger, grapefruit, blueberries, cranberries, prickly pear, beetroot, dark leaf veggies, grapes, tea, cucumber, apples, lemon, carrots, asparagus, parsley, celery, greens, again, fish, green tea, rosemary, garlic, nuts, brown rice, oatmeal, chicory, kale. Kale, if you put in the oven with some salt and pepper, is actually pretty good. Banana, white beans, coffee, but in moderation. And I'm noticing the going with black coffee is probably better, but nothing to say about that. Thistles, citrus, omega-3 fatty acids, barley, grains, brown rice, oats. I put barley twice, greens twice, garlic twice. Anyways, kidney, obviously, flush it out with water. Tea, grapes, the red grapes. Cranberry, very good. You can get the extract or you can get the real cranberry. It's bitter, but it's good for your system to flush out once in a while. Lemon, orange, citrate, melon, seaweed, calcium, hydrangea. I'm not sure where that was. B6, vitamin, omega, potassium. If there's any spelling mistakes, sorry, I did this a while ago. And I was like half alive. Pumpkin, spinach, almond, apple cider vinegar, kidney beans. Apple cider vinegar. Now, even if you just take a tablespoon of it, it may be like cringe, like you're like when you first have a lemon sort of cringe, but it's really good for you. Kidney beans, very good for you as well. Watermelon, pomegranate, basil, dates. Dates are good, okay? And so are figs. I enjoy both. And it's an acquired texture, but they're really sweet. Juniper, apples, sweet potato, onion, cilantro. Even if you got dates, like the dried dates you get in a tub, and you just sit there and snack on them, like it's healthier than potato chips or something. Onion, cilantro, parsley, olive oil again, egg white, blueberry, grapefruit, prickly pear, beetroot, hibiscus, honey lemon, cauliflower. Bass. I'm guessing that's fish. Garlic, buckwheat, cabbage, bladder, urinary. I wasn't drinking enough water before. Definitely drink water. for the kidneys and bladder. Cranberry again, sunflower hydrangea, Irish moss, which was interesting. Gum plant, fleabane. Fleabane is like a tiny little flower, and you dry them. You can dry lots of flowers. As long as you're not using harsh chemicals on your backyard, you'd be amazed what you're growing in your backyard that you can use. Fleabane, gravel root, mallow, St. James wort, which is a yellow flower, and it's not to be used with certain other medications or anything like that, and it's not good for pregnant women, but it is good for women going through menopause. Strawberries, water plantain, witchgrass, persimmons, really good. It almost looks like a tomato, but it's sweet. Blue cohosh, pears, bananas, green beans, squash, potatoes, lean protein, whole grain nuts, breads, eggs, garlic, probiotic. I'm not sure if in brackets not for pancreatitis, or if that's for something else. Vinegar or ginger, blueberry, raspberries. Vinegar is good. Vinegar and olive oil, mix those two together with a little bit of salt and some black pepper, and you can put any kind. You can put tomato and cucumber. Raspberries, vitamin C, coconut water, papaya, apple cider vinegar, again, turmeric, grapes, watermelon, blackberries. Blackberries are very good for you. Asparagus, broccoli, cucumber. And if you want to wean yourself for the intermittent fasting, I would definitely suggest smoothies, shakes, anything. The hunger pains that you get, it's just a chemical being released or whatever. Your body's telling you that you need to eat even though you don't. You don't have to every single time. It becomes a habit, then you become dependent on it, and then it's almost like it. Even if you've just eaten and you get the hunger pains again, you know for a fact you just had food. Pancreas, protein, lean stuff, beans, lentils, broth soup, almond milk, flaxseed, avocado, olives, fish, omega-3, apricot, B17 or something like that. One that it's apricot pits. The pits themselves very good for anti-cancer properties. I think it's B17 or something like that. Something that's unheard of, because you got your B12, you got your B6, you got your B3 or B or something like that. But I think B17 or something like that. Apricot, anyways, egg whites, curcumin. I don't even know what that is. Ginger, garlic, applesauce, bananas. I don't need to read the whole thing off. Coffee is actually good for you when it comes for certain things as a balance. Red berries. For pancreatitis, avoid lemon, which is interesting. Why should man die? So it says, when sage grows in his garden day by day. Anyways, hopefully that's helpful.